Hello, loves. Happy Friday. Happy Good Friday. How are you? I am April with Grab Your Glam, in case you're new here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am from Indiana, so we just had all those bad storms a couple days ago. Hey, Almitra. Yeah, but we survived. It was extremely close to our house, but it's okay. We made it. Hey, Casey. So today I'm going to do my normal hack, which I thought people would get sick of seeing, but I keep being told they're not sick of seeing it. So I guess I'll keep doing it until y'all tell me you're sick of seeing me do a hack. But then I'm also going to be doing, yes, thank you, an eye look based on the colors in the Mother May I Mother's Day bundles, which are these 4 colors right here. It's Mama, Lullaby, Miha, and Trust. So I'm going to be doing that, and I'm going to be teaching you all a new eyeshadow technique called a cut crease. So yeah, we should be having a ton of fun. And I'm going to take a drink because I'm thirsty as heck. Hi, Carla. Okay, let's get started. All right, so again, if you haven't been around here, I definitely do not do the easiest hack in the world. It would not in any sense of the meaning be considered a basic hack, just because I have a lot of color correcting I need to do. Good, I'm glad you're excited. So that's what I start with first. And the first thing I'm going to start with is this right here. This is Ash Contour. And I know it seems super weird to color correct with something so brown, but it does a fantastic job on my nose and where I'm like super, super red. So I'm just going to put a very light layer of Ash Contour on my nose.
I found this on the web.
Siri thinks I'm talking to her. Shh, shush. Okay. Basically what you're wanting to do is just bring it to the color of the rest of your skin. So if you can see, it's already pretty much there. You don't need a lot. But if you're one of those that has trouble keeping makeup on your nose like I do, try this. I also put a little bit on my chin right here because you can see it's super red also. Okay. Now I'm going to take that same small end of my Best Blend Forever and I'm going to come into Mango. And because my under eyes are kind of bluish purple, I want something that is either orange or yellow based to counteract that. And so I'm going to use Mango, which is an orange based highlight. And I am just going to cover that discoloration. Again, you don't want a lot of product, especially under your eye. You just want enough to fix that discoloration. Isn't that crazy? Crazy good. So I'm trying to be like upbeat and positive about this whole thing, but I'm really bummed about Easter. Not getting to see my family and go to church and all those things. And I know we have, church online, and that's amazing that we can do that, but it's not the same. You want Mango for your under eye? It's pretty fantastic. So I am putting Mango right here in my mask also because I, for whatever reason, pull super green right here in this area. So I don't want my next color to be there on its own. So right now, yeah, I'll make sure we can do that. Right now I'm switching over to the Best Blend Forever brush, the B Squared brush or blush and bronzer brush. And this is what I'm going to put all my face with. Can't talk today. Okay, so now I'm grabbing June. June is, you can see, much more of a green-based highlight, and that is going to counteract this redness so well. And again, we are going very lightly because I'm still color correcting. So we don't want a lot of product at all. You can see I'm just kind of bouncing it on. And come up here on my forehead. Again, I'm just using June to counteract and correct the redness on my face before I do my all over color. And then I'm gonna put June down my nose on top of that ash contour, because this will be the actual color that I use on my nose. All right, there we go. So if you start at the beginning with this, you can already tell there's a huge difference in my coloring. You want June too to help cover red? Yep, we can do that. So now I'm ready for my all over color. I think I'm fighting with myself. Do I show you the proper way to do it, or do I just do what I always do? The proper way would be for me to do my contour and then go in between my contour and do my all over highlight color, but I think I'm just gonna do what I always do. It's faster. All right, so June and Mango, which were two things that I corrected with, those mixed together are my all over color. So to mix them, I just tap into one and then tap into the other. And now I'm gonna put that all over. Again, very light layer, because we don't need a lot of makeup, which I love. Get this hair out of the way. If you'd asked me 2 years ago if I would have hair that I would have to move out of the way to do my makeup, I'd be like, no, but here we are. Again, I'm just dotting June and Mango everywhere for my all over color, except my nose. Do want to make sure you get and blend. Want to make sure we're all nice and blendy. Okay, there we are. All right, there's my all over face color. Now we can move on to contour. Just noticed I had this stuff all over my lips. Okay, so for my actual contour, I use indigo for most of it, and I'm switching back to this Best Blend Forever brush. And I'm just dipping that in. So for my contour up here, you want to start at the top of your ear. Now, this will vary a little bit based on your face shape. I have a little bit more of a round face shape, and my face shape is heart. So for me, I'm going to start at the top of my ear and I'm going to angle down towards my mouth. If you have more of a round face, you want to keep it a little more horizontal. But if you don't know your face shape or don't know how to contour for your face shape, just get with me and I will help you with that. And actually, I have a YouTube channel that has how to contour for your face video on it. So you can always feel free to check that out. So again, you can see that I'm bouncing, I'm not swiping, I'm not like digging into my color. We're just going light. Now we want to contour our jawline to make that nice and chiseled. Undo the things that tacos and coffees have done. Okay, so again, because of my face shape, I'm contouring kind of on and a little bit above my jawline, and then of course we blend down. If you have a thinner face, you'll want to go right under your jawline with your contour. So here I am swiping, and the reason is, one, this is a much more firm part of skin, so you don't have a ton of movement in it, especially when you kind of stretch your neck out this way. But also, you want to make sure it's straight, so you don't want to be dotting and then be all over the place, and then your jaw looks wavy rather than contoured. I'm going to shadow this lovely neck meat I have. And if you notice, I did not follow my contour all the way through to my chin. That's because I have these jowls from my face drifting south just from age, and we want to minimize those rather than showcase them. So I stop my contour at that jowl and kind of disguise that bump a little bit, and that makes them less noticeable, and they kind of look more like just my regular face shape than age. All right, so the other thing that I contour is my nose, but again, I want to use just a very specific color on my nose, and that is ash. So even to contour, I use ash for my nose because my nose is difficult. So I'm taking the small end of my Best Blend Forever, and I'm following this line, okay? And you can bring it in as much as you want, just depending on how thin you want your nose to look. For me, I've broken my nose a few times, so it's crooked, and it gets quite a bit larger here at the end, which I'm not a fan of. So those are my two goals with my nose contour, is to kind of minimize that larger end and make it appear straight. Again, we don't need a lot of this. You're basically just creating shadows. And then in the middle, we will put light, and that will draw everyone's attention to that light spot and minimize that darker one. So to make that light, hi Mom, but I use White Peach. That's my brightening highlight, and I'm gonna take it and put it on my finger and just follow that line down and try to do it straight. Okay, as you can see, I did not do it straight. Hi, Ann. So I can come right back here with that brush I put my contour on and straighten up that edge. Cream makeup is so forgiving and so easy to fix. It's like legit one of my favorite things about it, is that it's so dang easy to fix. Okay, so I'm still in this brightening highlight, which is for me White Peach, and I'm going to brighten, hi Ashley, right here in the center of my forehead, kind of between my eyes and just above it. So you want to keep this middle triangle of your face nice and bright. And to do that, we use a brightening highlight. So you can tell I just kept that bright. And then this is a little trick to make that contour really pop. Just put a little bit of that brightening highlight right under it, and it just makes a huge difference. Hi, miss your freaking face. I was just talking about how sad I am that Easter is what it is this year. Okay, so I am going to run just a little bit of June under my eye. Me too, girl. Do we defy everyone and get together anyway? I think we can actually still get together if it's less than like 5 people, but I don't know if that's true. It changes so much, I've kind of lost track. I just stay in my little cocoon. So again, I'm just taking June and running right along the outside edge of that bag and under, and then a little bit on the bag. And that is just to brighten that eye area a little bit. Okay. All right. So the next thing that I do is my lip and cheek, which is another word for blush. And I wanted to do something nice and pretty and pink because I'm doing this really pretty pink eye look. So I chose Cindy. And if you've never seen or used Cindy, she's more of a semi-gloss than a matte, and you know how much I love my matte lip and cheeks. But yes, girl, let's freaking do it. But I do like dab it off so I don't have a bunch of excess. All right, so we are going to just come right here on the little bump of your cheek, and you can bring it up a little bit, however far back you want. Just lightly. Again, our products are cream-based, so they are much more pigmented than liquid or powders. So you don't need a lot, and you should definitely go slow and build with these, especially with the lip and cheeks. And then I'm gonna grab my all over face brush. I'm just gonna go right along that edge and soften that edge out, because I don't want, heck yeah, I don't want like a really stark edge. And they'd be like, oh, there's your blush right there. So I like to soften that. Okay, so you may be thinking, that blush is quite a bit more bold than what I would do, but I haven't used my Perfector sponge to blend everything yet, so that will pick up some of that color. But it is time for the magic Perfector sponge. Our cream base is thick. That's kind of a trick question. Yes, they are thick in the tin, but yes, it is still open. What was I trying to say? Okay, the cream bases. So are they thick? I mean, yeah, they're a thick consistency. They're not runny or anything, but they don't feel thick on your face. The number one comment I get when I do someone's makeup is how light the makeup feels. They totally forget they have it on because it moves with your skin. It doesn't ever like settle in like a liquid does. So you don't get that cracking. You don't get a drying effect like you do with liquid. It's light and it moves with you, and it just feels amazing. Now, if you're using too much of it, obviously it's going to feel heavy. And that's probably what people do the first, probably at least 3 or 4 times that they use it. They use too much because they're used to liquid makeup and how much they have to use with that. So it is pretty common for people to use too much of it, at least the first couple times they use it, which is why this is extremely important, and you don't want to throw it on the ground like I just did, because this not only blends everything together, but it picks up that excess makeup that you may have put on. Okay, so now that we are all blended, it is time for bronzer. I freaking love bronzer. I was terrified of this bronzer. Okay, do you see how dark that is and kind of reddish toned? Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna put that on my face for like the longest time, right? For like the, oh, I know, it came on and said low connection. I'm like, oh man. For the longest time I wouldn't try this. And then I finally like got up the courage and I just tried it. I was like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe, hi Megan, that I put this off for so long. All right, so I'm using this big fluffy end of the B² brush. The small end is what I did my whole face with. Now I'm using the big fluffy end. And again, this bronzer is cream, So you want to use just a little bit of product and build up if you want it heavier. Don't like dig in and then try to slap it on your face, and because you'll get scared. But I love just the bronzy glow. It just literally gives life to my face. So I put it right along my hairline, kind of bring it down my temples a little bit, right here on top of my cheekbones. Bella is life. Bella and Jesus, they're life. And coffee. Can't forget coffee. And then I'm gonna come down, rub it here on my neck a little bit, or yeah, that thing. Make sure everything is all blended. But can you just see how much dimension and just warmth and life that gave my face without being orange or just ridiculous looking? And then I'm gonna come back with this perfector. I'm gonna go right along the edges to make sure that they're nice and smooth and there aren't any weird places. Okay, there we go. My face is done. And I have no idea how long it took, but I don't think it was very long. Okay, hold this here. What do we do next? Next is I use setting powder. I absolutely love this loose setting powder by Hourglass. It's called Veil Mineral. I really do want to get together and you have fun we eating. Thank you so much, and I will text you. Okay, so we do have a setting powder. It's called Vanilla Dust. It's this one right here. And I do use that sometimes, but I just really love this loose powder. So I'm using our Power Powder Brush to put it on, and I'm putting it on a little heavy because one, my nose just needs it because my nose is difficult. And two, I am a face toucher. So I protect like my jawline where I touch my face all the time. And I do it under my eyes because I have long eyelashes. And if I don't, the Vanilla Dust setting powder, yeah, it's so good. If I don't, then I get like mascara stuff all under my eyes. So I dust that on, and then I leave it while I do my brows. So this is our Hotline brush, and I'm just gonna use my little spoolie to broom these suckers into shape. And then this Trust eyeshadow is actually what I do my brows with. That's one of the colors that will be in the eye look today too. So I just kind of, here we go, dip it in, knock off any excess, and then come in my brows with short hair-like strokes. Come all the way over to where your hair starts. So if you aren't sure where your hair starts, or maybe you plucked the oblivion out of your brows and you don't really have a starting hair anymore, unless it's like way over. General rule of thumb, place your brush against your nose, and that right there is about where your brows should start. If you do have big patches that you need to fill in, a really good product to use for that to help make it look natural is contour. Like I could use my Ash contour to fill in any patches and make it look more natural. Again, go very lightly with it. You don't want to look like you just put pomade in your brows, but that is another product you can use. And if you haven't noticed the theme yet, all of our products are very versatile. They can be used for so many different things, which makes a product that is already really cost effective even more so. Okay, so again, I am just following my natural brow shape in short hair-like strokes to fill those babies in. And there we go. There's that. Oh, look what I just did. Yeah. When I was using a Tinkle face razor a couple months ago and sneezed, like chopped half my eyebrow off. Contour was fantastic in filling that in until my actual hair grew back. Oh, gracious. So everyone should be shaving their face. We girls just call it dermaplaning because that sounds better than shaving your face. But you are literally just shaving all of the peach fuzz and dead skin off your face. It's a great way to get in some extra exfoliating, but it also makes this cream makeup go on so much smoother when you don't have that peach fuzz in between your face and the makeup you're trying to put on it. So if you do not have any of those Tinkle face razors, just jump on Amazon, grab a couple packs. They're super cheap, and get to it. Just be careful when you sneeze. Take the razor off your face. And this is the problem I have with this brow. It never looks like the other one. Ever, ever, ever. I don't know why. I mean, they both came with my face, so you would think they would look similar. Gotta fill in that little gap because I don't want it to look like I have a comma on my face. So I want to make sure that I filled that gap in. All right, there's my brows. I would literally sit and fuss with these all day, and then I'd probably end up with brows this big. So I'm going to stop. You need this one too? Yeah, it's fantastic. Okay, so the big side that I did my bronzer with, I'm just kind of wiping off that bronzer, and then I'm going to come through where I put that powder and just kind of press it in a little bit, and this also gets rid of any excess. Okay, so once we've done that, I'm ready for my setting spray. I do still have some of our Stay Spray, which is my absolute favorite setting spray. I hear it's coming back soon, hopefully a couple months. They've been working on the sprayers because they didn't work up to our standards. So we haven't had them for a while. So not only does this do a great job of setting my makeup, but it also works as my eyeshadow primer. So I don't have to use a separate product for that, which is super fantastic. Okay, so now we are going to try this new technique called a cut crease. Full disclosure, I haven't actually done it before. I always do this to you guys, don't I? We're gonna try a new thing. I've never done it before, but let's find out together. I'm just wiping my brushes off because I didn't clean them before I came on. Okay, so let me show you what maybe I shouldn't show you this in case I don't achieve it, but this is kind of what I'm going for my eye look. That's one of our artists, Jordan. She's been posting some killer eye looks. So of course I'm stealing them and recreating them. All right, so the first thing I'm going to start out with is I'm going to start with Lullaby, and I'm going to be right here in my crease, and I am using the fluffy side of the eyeshadow everything brush. And I'm just coming right here in my crease. Be careful not to, it's really easy, especially when you're using kind of a larger, more flexible ended brush like this, to flick your eyeshadow. But be careful not to do that, because that's how you get like fallout on the sides of your nose and under your eye, and really bad. So just keep that in mind. I am going to bring this color up a little. I just want to make sure that I can still see color when I have my eye fully open. Okay, so there's our lullaby on that eye. Let's do this one. And our eyeshadows are very pigmented, so you don't need to use a lot, but they're also so stinking blendable. I've used a lot of different brands of eyeshadows, and these are my favorite. And I don't just say that because I sell it. I would tell you if I found a better one, just like that setting powder. One that works better for me. So I'm gonna dust that brush off, and I'm going to come along this top edge and just soften that edge a little bit. Okay, so still in the crease, I'm going to come in with Miha, this beautiful kind of berry color, and I'm going to deepen that. I'm gonna flip it around to this smaller side for this because I want to be a little more precise with this color. So you can see I've still got Lullaby kind of up here, and then right in the crease I deepened it with Miha. Okay. All right, and then we'll flip over and kind of make sure we're still blended well. All right, so now time for the cut crease. So basically what we do is I'm going to take the small end of this multitasker brush, and I'm gonna dip that in my brightening highlight. And I want to be very precise with this because I want it to be right on that crease, and I want it to be, I'm gonna flip this over. I'm gonna draw with the even smaller end because I want this to be very clean. And the key is not pressing really hard, just let it glide along it. Sorry, I know I'm super quiet. I'm concentrating on what I'm doing. Okay, there's my cut crease. It's not quite as clean as I would like, but for a first try, I don't think it's bad. So let's do the other one. I'm gonna start with this teeny tiny end of my multitasker. And I'm coming right in my crease, right where it bends, folds, whatever eyelids do. Sorry, my mouth is all open in the screen. Contacts are drying out. All right, let's flip that over and kind of fill this in. know why I do stuff like this that I've never tried. Let's go on a live and try a technique I've never done before. It seems like a great idea. But I'm glad you girls let me do that. All right, there are our cut creases. Now, with that cut like that, I want to make sure I have a super clean brush. Let's see. I'm gonna pack it on with this one. Okay, so I'm coming back to this small domed detail end, and I'm going to use Mama, which is this light pink. If you've been around at all, you know I have a deep love for Mama. And I am going to fill everywhere I put that highlight with Mama. So I want it deeper than that, but I don't just want to put a ton of it on at once. You really want to build up these colors rather than try to just stick a ton of color on at once for a much more smooth, pretty look. Thank you. Yeah, girl, copy. I did. Isn't that so fun? I am going to kind of clean this off, and I'm going to deepen above the crease. Carefully. Because I really want that transition to be evident. I feel like traditional cut creases are done with colors that aren't quite so similar, but I just loved this look. So, thank you, Carla. It's fun for sure. I think once you get used to doing it, it'd be a lot faster too. All right, there's that. Now I'm going to add Mama to this other side. I'm gonna have to fix that when I open my eye. So maybe only do the highlight on one eye at a time. Make sure you bring it all the way down to your eyelashes. You don't want a gap. All right, let me deepen that crease. I feel like I have dog fur on my face. This is not a good feeling. All right. I feel like that was mostly successful. Woo! Okay. Oh my goodness, that's driving me crazy. I think I got it. Okay. So then the last thing I'm going to do is take this trust and I'm going to deepen just this outer lid. Kind of brush it over into that Mama. And it adds just really nice dimension out there. And then I'm gonna carry it under my lash line, but first, I'm gonna grab Lullaby and Mehoff and run that in a larger kind of swatch under my lash line. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Okay, now I'm gonna run that Trust under my lash. It's actually right on my lash line. And if you want a thinner one, you can use that really small one that I used on the bottom of this multitasker brush if you want a thinner line. Okay, now we'll do this side. And again, all 4 of these colors are what is in the Mother May I bundle. It's one of the Mother's Day bundles that we just released the other day. Some of you may already have these colors because I use Mama and Lullaby all the time. Okay, and then I'm going to run that under or on my lash line. Okay, what do we think? I still want to make this more noticeable. Thank you for hearts. I didn't see who it was, but thank you. All right. And you know I'm like physically incapable of doing an eye look without using unicorn. I'm pretty sure it's like an impossibility for me. So I am gonna put that up here. And unicorn is this white. Violet says she likes my hair. Thank you, Violet. I like your hair, you cute little pixie. All right, so I thought it would be really fun. This Starlit Illuminator, I love to put right here in the corners. It's actually almost holographic. So sometimes it looks a little more white, and then other times it looks more pink. Can even pull like purples in it. It's really pretty. Okay, and then for my actual illuminator, I wanted to use, so I finally got comfortable using Starlit because I did not use powder illuminators for the longest time. I just wasn't good at getting them on and getting them blended well. But I tried again, and Starlit, I'm like a professional at now. So I want to try this beautiful pink. This is called Photoshop. And I've been using this past couple days, and I love it. So I'm just taking this Best Blend Forever. Hey, Susan. And I'm dipping it in that Photoshop illuminator. Now, the thing with powder illuminator is it is potent. So go gently and slowly, or else you'll look like a dang unicorn. But if you do it gently and slowly, it just gives that really, really pretty shimmer. And you can always use our cream illuminators. Those I actually just apply either with my finger or my damp perfector sponge. Isn't that pretty? And then I do run it down a little bit down the bridge of my nose. I stay away from the tip though, because I don't want to accentuate that part of my nose. Okay, pretty. All right, next thing is mascara, which, till we get our own, is Benefit's Bad Gal thing for me. And Carla, I'm trying out your technique. I'm going to try not to open my mouth. Carla said if you don't open your mouth when you're putting mascara on, you won't get it all over the place. And I'm still opening my mouth a little bit. That's hard. And I know Megan doesn't open her mouth. She's told me that before. So I'm just using this little disposable wand to brush through any excess and make sure there's not clumps or anything stuck together. And you can get those on Amazon. They're like, you can get like 300 of them for like $6 or $7. They're so cheap. I think you get smaller quantities too. I don't know about you guys, but if you have kids at home, when you like do your hair and put makeup on, they're like, oh, are we going somewhere? No, I just don't want to look like I rolled out of bed 4 days in a row. My daughter actually had a Zoom conference call with her teacher and classmates today. It's a strange new world we're living in. And Megan, I know you homeschool, but are all the other schools up there closed for the rest of the school year? Megan lives in Canada, in Newfoundland. So y'all should hear her talk. I love it. It's like a mixture of Canadian and Australian is how it sounds to me. And Megan, you can tell me I'm wrong, but that is just how it sounds to me. And look, I still got my mascara everywhere. They're closed, yeah. Ours are too. You can always tell a Newfie from their accent. Like I was listening to Melissa Jenkins the other day, and I was like, she must be from Newfoundland. And then she said it, and I was like, God, that. Am I the only person that takes like 15 years to put mascara on? Because it just has to be right. Oh, and I just dropped that. For me to go to my couch, like, has to be right. There's no wrong way. Good, I'm not the only one. Carla does it too. Yay. Well, half my time is spent just getting it off the rest of me that wasn't supposed to have it. Maybe one of these days I'll be as good as Carla and not get it on me. Right? I should have. I totally need to start doing that. Good job. Mm-hmm. Oh, and I just stuck this on my contact, so I am now looking through a blur of mascara. Okay, that is going to be good enough. So now the last thing is lips. And I'm going to be using my multitasker again. This thing really is a multitasker. I'm just getting that highlight off so I can put contour on it. Yeah, but they're probably getting there because you use the eyelash serum that I use. Hi, Trina. Trisha. Trina. Dang it. Trina. Oh, my word. Every time I fix something, I mess something else up. Good gravy. All right. Sorry, I really do know your name, but I get so confused when I look at, like, did I call her T or Renee or Casey? Or I was like, no, wait. Okay, so for lips, I love to really, really, really lightly line my lips with my indigo contour. So I'm going to use this small end of the multitasker. I will. You know, I never turned down the opportunity to take a selfie. Okay, good, Renee. All right. So I'm just lining my lips in indigo contour. I don't like overline, but I do take full advantage of the tiny little lips that I was given. Thank you. Good. Again, cream makeup, so easy to fix. So make sure you're taking full advantage of all your lips. Go all the way out to that white. Because it is the natural barrier of your lips, so it won't look crazy when you do it. Man, it's tickling it too. My videos would be so much shorter without mascara and lips. Okay, and then I'm gonna flip over to this flat side and just really lightly fill those in with that contour. Hi, Beth. We did a cut crease. I don't even know if you can tell it's a cut crease, but oh well. Okay, so since I used Cindy on my cheeks, I'm going to use it again on my lips, but I'm going to mellow that sucker down by mixing it with some plum. Because some women can rock bright pink lips, but I am not one of them. Thank you. They're mine. They're my natural lashes. But only because I use an amazing serum. It is called My Runway Eyes, sorry. Hi, Tammy. So I used, well, you know, because I bought it from you. I used Darna for a long time, and my eyelashes actually broke in half using it. I'm not sure why. But I asked for some suggestions from other artists on lash serums other than RNF because I wanted to have eyelashes, and apparently mine just didn't react well for whatever reason. And that's how I found my runway eyes. And I've not had any breakage with these, and it's like $40 some as opposed to, I think I was paying like $135. So these work better for me, but I know so many women that love Rodan & Fields lash serum. Get off. There we go. Okay. We done, kids. Take some of my makeup off. Okay. There we go. So there is the eye look using the Mother May I Mother's Day bundle. You can get that bundle for hang on a second, I'll tell you. Probably should have had that. There it is. It's $55, and it does come with this brush. So you get the 4 colors that I used today plus this brush, which is, I think I used the multitasker too, but I did almost this entire look with this brush. How often do I buy the serum? When I remember to use it every night, which I've been pretty good at doing. I think it probably lasts 5 or 6 months. Quite a while. because it's just one swipe, like on the top of your lashes on each eye a day. Thank you. So it lasts like a long time. All right, there it is. I will put the colors that I used in the description. You know, we're not allowed to say the name of our company right now because it has that word that people use to protect their face in it, and Facebook is now flagging all of those. So, all the products that I used except for my mascara and my setting powder are Beauty. Oh, thank you. Hi, Destiny. Yeah. So, and then, yeah, I'll put all my colors down there. I will. You guys are so nice. I need to come on here every day and just get that little boost. So yeah, I'll put the products used. I think I can put my link also because my link doesn't have our company name in it. So I don't think it'll get flagged. But I will put that in the comments as well. And I hope you all have an amazing Easter, even though we can't do what we would normally do. Just take some time. Remember the whole reason for Easter, which is not, face cover beauty. We should remember the actual reason for Easter, which is not candy and bunnies. So anyway, that was it. It's a good thing you can't see me. Why? Why is it a good thing I can't see you? So anyway, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your Friday and an amazing weekend. Everyone have a great Easter, and I will see you all next week on my next live. Love you. Bye.